Hi, Cancerian. Welcome to your Harsh Truth reading for July 17th through August 16th. Hi, how are you? Everything you need to know about this reading is in the description box below, as well as the recommend a reader shout out, which goes to Mystic Moon. She also has an Etsy shop where she sells oracle decks. She makes her own oracle decks, and she just came out with her tarot deck. I'm a fan. I have quite a few of her oracle decks. I don't use them much in here, but I do use them. And she also sells readings. And yeah, so that's her Etsy shop. And then she also has a channel on YouTube. So hopefully you get to stop by one of those, check her out, and show her some love. All right, and I will also add that I intend for this to be a romantic love reading, but it might resonate for you in another area of your life, such as work, friends, or family, or just general. So there you go. All right, Cancer. Harsh truth. What is the reality of your situation? What is the truth that you need to know, Cancer? All right. Ooh, okay. All right. The Ten of Cups, the happily ever after. What's going on there? Are you doubting it? Are you hoping for it? You feel like it's within your grasp, or are you staring at it in the face because you're like, I have arrived? What's going on? Oh, crap. The Devil, that could be Capricorn. That could also be good sex. Three of Wands. The Emperor, that could be Aries. Wheel of Fortune. Ooh. Four of Swords. Ace of Swords. Okay. Okay. All right, Cancerian. I think you're wanting an unhealthy situation to have been dealt with, have some control or dominion over it at least. Some clarity. What's this Devil about? Five of Cups. Right. What's this Three of Wands about? Eight of Pentacles. What's this Emperor about? Oof. Ten of Swords. Ouch. What's this Wheel of Fortune? Okay, so we got a couple of endings here. Is it? Yeah. Okay. And the Four of Swords. Oh boy. What's this Wheel of Fortune about? Oh my goodness gracious. We got an ending to the chapter and an ending to the book. Oof. What's this Four of Swords about? Okay, Cancer. Wow. You two are... You're not even talking, are you? What's this Four of Swords about? Okay, Knight of Pentacles, that could be Taurus. All right, so this looks like you two are in your separate corners. You might be wondering, am I ever going to be happy again, or what are my chances at happiness? This bodes well. You don't have anything to worry about. Also boobies. Everything's better with boobies. So you don't have anything to worry about there, and it looks like there's, it looks like you've come full circle. We got the Ten of Cups, the Emperor, and the Ten of Swords here, and it's like you've come full circle. It's almost like having mastery over an ending, like you understand it now, and that has brought you peace. It's as if you're really hoping that this situation is behind you and you're done with the grieving and the sadness, and you're able to kind of work on what you want to work on now, work on yourself, and it's just it's like you're starting to feel fulfilled. Huh. It's like the worst of it's over. All right, what's this Ace of Swords? Hold on, I'm not done yet. What's this Ace of Swords about? Is your person, are they hoping that you are working on things and you're going to come back to them? Or that you're going to be the one to reach out? Or are they just wanting to fly solo right now and do their own thing unto themselves? Maybe not, maybe what they wanted the whole time was to be able to just kind of have intermittent connections with people and do their own thing and just go about their day-to-day life and have connection when they wanted it. It looks like it did a number on you though, the connection, but I feel like you're really hoping that the worst of it's over and that the days of grieving and sadness are behind you, and you in fact have kind of this control over it, or at least you understand it now and you've grown and moved past it. This feels really good. With the Wheel of Fortune here, this is change. There's been a shift now. If you don't feel it yet, it's coming within 3 weeks, but this is a shift from disappointment and sadness and wondering if you're going to be okay and are you ever going to be happy again and how and all that. The answer to how is yes, okay? But the worst of it's over. Just so you know, the worst of it's over. All right, what else for Cancerian? What's this Ace of Swords about? Cancerian. High Priestess, that could be Pisces or Cancerian also. What else for Cancerian? Hi, what else for Cancerian? Three of Wands again. Okay. Look at you moving on. Okay. So your person has left the building. Like they've withdrawn. You are kind of left holding the bag. And they are pursuing other options, probably just physical, superficial relationships. They're dating. They're not really connecting with anybody like they did with you. So if that's a small comfort, okay. But that also means that they didn't really want the connection they had with you either, or they would have probably preferred it on different terms. Even to the point where that's why you two broke up, was because they cheated. They had more than one. They just couldn't decide, or they didn't want to just be with one person. So either way, you're getting a handle on it and you're moving on. It doesn't look like any offer from them is coming. It could be that they're just they see this as an indefinite breather, taking a break. But that just means that the severity and the magnitude of the situation is lost on them, and they're not worth your time anyway. Because if it was never that big of a deal to them anyway, I mean, we've got 3 major arcana over here, and then we've got nothing but minor arcana over here. So this is someone that just doesn't deserve your time and effort, because the severity and magnitude of what they did or didn't do for you is lost on them. And I think that's part of your understanding, and if it isn't, it is now, as to why you might be coming out of this. The grieving has subsided, because you're seeing that this is not somebody that is worth it. Not because they're bad, they're just, you two are on different pages. This was much more meaningful for you than it was for them, because they just didn't have it in them to make the effort, or they didn't give very much because they didn't want to. But either way, you two were on completely different pages. This right here, you were not on the same page as what this meant for you. And this is you starting, this Emperor right here in the 10 of Cups, that's you starting to provide that for yourself, taking charge of your own happiness, kind of moving past the grieving and getting command over this ending that for so long was probably holding you back, and just, oh my God, you were sad, and well, that's lifting, that's abating now. Look at this, we've got 2 karmic ending cards here. So this is all about you, because of the closure that you finally reached with something. Your whole world's opening up, and the sky's the limit now, and some good is coming. You don't know what it is. This is kind of like the mysterious good coming. You have no idea what it is, but it's coming. These are good opportunities ahead for you that bode well. You just don't know what it is. This is reversal of a situation that you've been in. So while you might have felt like you were just kind of stuck in this grief cycle, that is about to change if it has not already. You are done, even if you don't realize it yet. And if you don't know it now, within the next 3 weeks, you will. Don't ask me why I get 3 weeks. What's this? All right, so they're gonna stay apart. They're gonna stay separate. They're gonna stay shut down and locked down. And there's gonna be a shift for you though, because after this moment of clarity, after this realization, after things finally feel ended. I mean, look at this. We got the Ace of Swords and the 10 of Swords here, and mastery over that. There's a shift for you. We got the 3 of Wands twice. This is you now, because of this ending that has sunk in and these good opportunities that await for you. This is you starting to explore your options and looking elsewhere, instead of looking down at your past or back at your past and grieving and feeling stuck. This is you all of a sudden being optimistic about your future and starting to explore your options. And and it's not going to be with anybody else, at least that you know of. You don't have, it's like you don't really have anybody in mind. Someone might have you in mind. That might be part of what's the good that's coming. And once they see that you're kind of on the upward swing of this, the grief cycle, they might be like, okay, now's my chance finally. But that's not where your focus is. Your focus might be varied. You might have a lot of things you want to try now because you've kind of been dormant emotionally for so long. So the grief cycle's ending, and all of a sudden you're like, I want to go get pancakes and see a movie, and I want to do this, and then I want to go stick my toes in the sand, and then there's all of a sudden you're just like, I want to go do the things, and it's because that black cloud has lifted inside of 3 weeks if it hasn't yet. They have this black cloud. All right, what else for Cancerian? I'm not too shabby, huh? I like this. I gotta say, I like this. This is clarity, and this is like, finally. Cutting through the BS and the fog and the black cloud and having these epiphanies and clarity of thought and being like, I got this. That's the Emperor right here. I got this. Yeah. All right, what else for Ken? Thank God. Whew. What else for Cancerian? Oops. The High Priestess. This could be Pisces or Cancer, and kind of doubling down on this right here. This is all about you. There's a saying, as above, so below. And whatever, it's whatever's going on in your head, balance that out with what's going on in your heart. Whatever happens in the ethereal is being represented in the physical. They play off each other. They're connected, all of that. So, and I know that's not a good explanation, but for time's sake. Anyway, just know that, okay, one, magical spiritual forces were going on probably behind the scenes. There's probably some divine intervention going on here because, let's be honest, it's time. It is time for you to be done with this grieving and the hold that this situation has on you, or this person has on you. But this is also you wanting to go inward and starting to really connect very strongly with your spiritual side. And because of that connection, you are now able to start making sense of the dynamic and what was going on and why you were so grief-stricken over this. And it leads you to be able to get some control. Once you get control internally, and not so much spiritually, but once you make that connection and you start to understand things internally, and your intuition and reasoning kicks in and things start to make sense, that's going to represent outside with the Emperor here, and you're going to find that you'll be okay with being okay. Because you're probably starting to have an inkling of this, like being happy and like, hey, you know what? I'm not waking up sad anymore. I'm not this. But there's still kind of that, like, but is it okay? I've been grieving for so long. I've been under this black cloud for so long. Like, am I just going to have a good day, or am I really okay? Well, yeah, you are. This right here, the High Priestess twice, that's a lot of spiritual soulscape stuff going on. This is a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes that are helping you get through this, honestly, because it's time. Enough. You've been through it enough. This is you having control over it finally. Mastery, clarity of thought, and control over the grief. So it's like, the Emperor and the Devil walk into a bar. This does away with this. Just saying. Okay. What else? I didn't even do... Okay, all right, hold on. What else? And God, bless your heart, honestly, because you have been through it, and the other person's like, yeah, okay, I'm just going to kind of stay over here in my corner and do my own thing. No big. And yet here, we've got the Emperor and the Wheel of Fortune and the Devil and, the High Priestess and... Jeez Louise. What else for Cancerian? The Rider. This is remember how I said that this is someone that just wasn't that into it, that you were way more into this, or at least affected by it than this person was. And the writer is somebody who's just kind of in and out, kind of fickle, non-committal, very charming and flirty, but there's not a whole lot of there. So maybe you just got caught up in that and wanted so much for it to be so much more than it ever was, but they were never really there. And that might be part of the clarity that you're realizing as well. So don't beat yourself up for it. But Nine of Cups. Yay for Nine of Cups. Because that's you getting your wish. That's you being happy with the situation. And then we got the Ten of Cups, which is being content and satisfied with where you're at. So this is a grief cycle ending for you. And a lot of your intuition is probably going to be kicking into you getting vertical on this spiritually as well as externally. So within, it's like all of a sudden you rise up, and then outer or externally you do the same. You get mastery and control over it. So good. This doesn't feel like you're involved with anybody else. So this feels like a solo mission. Like this is not about reconciliation with your past person at all, because they've left the building. And it doesn't look like there's anybody new for you either. But I don't think your focus is on that. Like I said before, I think it's about pancakes and sticking your toes in the sand. What else for Cancerian? What else for Cancerian? Oh my God. High Priestess again. Good gracious. And the Nine of Cups again. I'll take it. I will take it. This is you being quite happy. Are you kidding me with the High Priestess 3 times? Oh my God. Okay. That's your intuition, and pay attention to your dreams, pay attention to numbers and sequences that you see, pay attention to signs. This is powerful, powerful energy kicking in to help you. Guides, angels, spirit. And I mean, you're gonna be seeing signs all over the place. Holy cow. That which you're manifesting internally and connecting with internally is going to be represented externally, not only in your actions and mastery of your own situation, but pay attention to signs outwardly, around town, during your workday, as you go on, whatever, you're going to be seeing signs all over the place. This is a highly, highly intuitive time for you. This is like a prime time for you to connect with spirit. Wow. My gosh, that's amazing. Okay, Cancer. Yeah, happy connecting. Happy getting vertical to you. I hope this was helpful, and I really hope that you feel supported divinely, because that's what's going on here. High Priestess 3 times. Wow. Okay, I hope to see you in the next the next season, and then reading and all that. I hope to see you next reading. I thank you for stopping by. I'm floored. I'm completely flummoxed. That's amazing. Holy cow. Okay. You take care, and I hope to see you in the next reading.